In 2013, Elisa Garza, Patrick Cullors, and Opal Tometi, three radical black women, founded a black-centered political movement known as #Black Lives Matter, following the response to acquittal of all charges to George Zimmerman and after murdering young black teen Trayvon Martin. The Trayvon Martin case became significant to the topic of ending police brutality and inequality amongst the minority, more specifically the black community. As more cases of police brutality against the black community grew, the spread of the movement went on to become a national topic. The demand for equality grew stronger as other racial groups demanded justice. With the growing need to end inequality and police brutality and not moving forward with the change, cases such as George Floyd created a more unrest in the black community, and the demand for justice grew louder and stronger.
We gotta send a message to Minnesota. We gotta send a message to the White House.
When rubber bullets and tear gas was used against the protesters, some felt the urge to fight violence with violence, causing more drastic measures to be taken. After seeing how protesters responded with vandalism to properties, many mayors felt the need to place a curfew on their city to help keep citizens safe from harm. However, this only contributed to other issues of police brutality. As the violence grew between both sides, governors felt the need to call in the National Guard to help keep their state protected, as law enforcement alone could not control the violence that arose during the protesting. Some citizens felt the need to aid law enforcement control these crowds by standing in front of their own property and other businesses armed and ready to use those weapons if threatened. This, however, only contributed more to the topic of racial inequality and racism. 17-year-old Kyle Rittenhouse killed two black protesters and severely injured a third with an AR-15 style rifle. Rather than being arrested on the spot by police officers who also witnessed the event, Rittenhouse was allowed to leave the scene. The next day, a warrant was issued for his arrest. #BML protesters saw this as a problem and demands a reasonable punishment for Rittenhouse. Though his case continues to be delivered, many see this as an example of the problem of racial inequality in America. President Trump has spoken publicly addressing the situation by labeling black protesters as thugs and recently called the #BML a symbol of hate, a description he refused to use towards Confederate emblems. Protesters continue to fight for racial equality and the demand to revisit cases of black victims whose cases were dismissed, the demand for justice for the black victims, and the end to police brutality against the minorities. Gia Rodriguez, Atlanta, Georgia.
Once again and always, we fight for justice.
Black Lives Matter.
Black Lives Matter.
Rest in power, beautiful. You didn't deserve this.